best in the business in high school, Dick Angle at Ursuline, Jim Tressel at Youngstown State, 4 national championship appearances, 3 wins, 1 runner-up, and Steve Arnold is just as phenomenal as anyone. And like I said, he is a great friend, and we are going to miss him. We're going to miss seeing him on the sidelines, and I hope he does coach somewhere else. But he's going to be around Harding School, so they're not going to lose him. My name is Matt Amsch. This is Just Football. We'll be right back, everybody.
Experience nature's bounty with Creation's Backyard. Elevate your health with the most nutrient-dense foods on earth. From farm to table, sustainably cultivated with care. Grown locally in Niles, Ohio with no chemicals or synthetics ever. Unlock your culinary creativity with Creation Backyard Microgreens. Convenient local delivery and pickup options available. Order now at creationsbackyard.com or call 330-282-7208.
In the Valley, football is king, and the Mahoning Valley Federals are looking to build the 2024 roster with talent forged in this area to compete for a Tri-Point Football League championship. If you're 18 and older and looking to return to the gridiron, call General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099 or visit the team on Facebook at Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley.
SNK, painting your house today. SNK, painting your house
SNK Painting provides exceptional painting and refinishing services to the Mahoning Valley and surrounding communities by being an industry leader in our field, focusing on customer service and delivering extraordinary results. We offer interior and exterior painting, and we specialize in cabinet refinishing with affordable cabinet solution. Call SNK Painting for your free estimate at 330-505-1910.
SNK, painting your house today.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
And welcome back to Just Football. I'm your host, Matt Amsch. Again, going to the phone lines this time, my brother in arms, Matt Lipsack. How are you, sir?
I'm well, Matt. How are you?
I'm okay. You sound down, brother. I know you don't have to say a word. I will say it for you. Phantoms, Youngstown Phantoms had a great run. I am very sorry, and I love hearing that voice in the background. But I'm really sorry about it just not turning out the way that you would hope for the season.
Yeah, repeating a title in the United States Hockey League has not been done since 1993
Wow.
and then 1994. So it's been 30 years. It is very hard to do. The Phantoms were a young team last year when they won, and they were a young team again this year because a lot of our kids, moved on to their college opportunities. But unfortunately, Phantoms just could not get it done against the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Probably not the best matchup that they could have hoped for in the second round. Might have matched up a little better against either Muskegon or Chicago, but that's the way the bracket fell, and had to do our best. And unfortunately, Kevin Radler, the Swedish-born goalie for the Dubuque Fighting Saints, he did a brick wall impression. He only allowed 3 goals in the 4 games of the series. I think he stopped 94 of the last 95 shots or something crazy like that. So, what are you going to do?
I understand, and I've been obviously where you are, different sport, but the Saints, looking at them, and first of all, that is an absolutely incredible job by that guy. 94 out of 95, my God. Do you see the Saints possibly moving ahead and making their way to the championship?
Well, I mean, right now that they have won the first two games of the Eastern Conference Final, which is a best of five. Um, you know, Muskegon has put up a few goals on Kevin Rather. Something that the Phantoms weren't able to do.
Hmm.
But Dubuque's offense has also come to play here in this one. So yeah, Dubuque has a 2 games to nothing lead on Muskegon. They could go to the Clark Cup final, but right now there are two very good teams on the Western side as well. Um, that also could potentially see themselves, in a matchup with Dubuque. The Fargo Force, they set the league record for most wins in a season this year with I think it was 50. It was 50, 12, 50, 10, and 2 was their record. So they had 102 points on the year. That's never been done in the USHL before. Sioux City, they probably could have won the East if they weren't in the Western Conference there behind Dubuque. So that series is actually tied at 1 game apiece as Sioux City took game 2 in Fargo. I think last night, maybe night before last, but regardless, the Western Conference maybe like they're gonna give us a little better series than we're seeing right now in the Eastern Conference final.
Geez, you know what? It blows my mind. Where, and I'm not insulting anyone, that's listening from North Dakota, but where did the Dakotas come out? The Dakotas come from. You got North Dakota State FCS football, which is just got the highest winningest championship average in 1AA/FCS history. And then now South Dakota State, their rival, the Jackrabbits, 2 national championships in a row. And then you look over there and they're breaking records. Where are these kids coming from in the Dakotas?
It's maybe it's something in the water out there.
It really is. Matt, going back over to the Phantoms, I know, and I'm sorry, I was heartbroken for you when it happened. I know you take it hard, just like we took Mineral Ridge losing hard last year in the playoffs. But looking at the season, looking at the players that are there, and looking at the way that the team is and the hands of the team the hands that are taking care of the team for next year, what does it look like for the team?
So Coach Ward mentioned in his, in the post game press conference there after the game floor elimination, we have 17 players potentially set to return for next season. So that's a lot coming back. Whereas I think this year we maybe only had between 8 and 10. So I mean we're returning the starting goaltender that we picked up halfway through the year, Aiden Wright. He was, I want to say, like 13-5 in the half season that he spent in Youngstown. So he did very well. And then, just kind of looking at the forward units, we're bringing in some really top end talent with Jack Hextall, one of the tenders that we picked up. And then we also have Sasha Baminian on the blue line coming back. I imagine Connor DeHaro might be coming back on the blue line as well. So Phantoms really, are setting up really well for next year.
Now, looking at the Phantoms, what they did this season, looking at the players that, you guys have, again, talking about them, talking about, everything that they accomplished, the positive things that they accomplished this season. What would you say, in mass with everything in the big picture about how this season went and the players and the coaches?
I mean, really, obviously Ryan Ward sets the bar very high. Any season that doesn't end with a parade didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. But by the same token, for a long stretch of the year, this team was actually outpacing last year's team as far as a regular season winning percentage goes. Only finished 5 points behind the pace of last year's team when it comes to points in the standings. Ah, so they didn't have too terrible of a regular season. A couple of nice individual accomplishments. Andrew Strathman became the fifth defenseman in league history to record 100 career points. He had 77 in his 2 years with Youngstown. He hit 23 his rookie season as a member of the Tri-City Storm. So it was amazing to see Andrew put together the career that he had. He wrapped up his third season in junior hockey. He was drafted by the Columbus Blue Jackets, but Andrew putting up the career that he's ready to go to college. He'll be playing for the University of North Dakota next year.
Well, that is just an amazing group of people, an amazing group of players and coaches. And I honestly mean this. I'm not just trying to cheer you up. I know it's not easy to cheer up after that. I see great things for you guys still. You're going to be, one of the cream of the crop always there. So the thing that, we can focus on and we can switch gears with is, we were both extremely bummed out with football stopping prematurely for us in the Division 3 OHS, or I'm sorry, Division 6 OHSAA playoffs round 3 last year. But we're starting a little early coming up soon. Just to let you know, we had the owner, John Galbraith of the Mahoning Valley Federals on that May 11th preseason game is actually canceled. So you and I, if you're free, might be calling a preseason game. So what happened is the team they were going to play on the 11th actually folded. So that game obviously is not going to happen. So May 25th in Alliance, they are going to be playing their last preseason game. We're going to be calling that game now. If you're available, I hope that's in your neck of the woods. Do you think you'll be able to?
I mean, I can, try to free up my calendar.
All right. That sounds awesome. So everybody, we will be back together. The Matt and Matt show is getting ready. And then obviously June 1st, they will have their first game. It's getting exciting. I mean, how do you feel about getting football going? We're going to have back-to-back seasons.
I mean, it'll be nice to get a little practice in, get a few reps in before high school football. But excited to get going and see what kind of brand of football the Mahoning Valley Federals can bring for us, and hopefully we can put on an entertaining show here on City View Sportscast and bring the action to the folks.
I'm guaranteeing that we'll be able to do that. I'm very curious. Just to let you know, I asked John about what is the age bracket, youngest to oldest for the players that you have, and he has from 19 to 33, which is not. Like I've said with Mark was on earlier, and I said with John Galbraith, I said, that's not old. Of course, the players will rib him. He's the oldest player. He'll get called grandpa. But there are older players in the NFL playing damn good. That is a big age, kind of pool to pull from, and you're going to get guys that are older. They're more advanced because their bodies have gotten into full adulthood, but you're going to get that younger kind of energy guys coming out of high school, maybe didn't get their chances going to college somewhere. That is going to be quite a view, seeing how these different ages do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like you said, that is a wide range of gentlemen that we're going to have out there on the field, and like I said, hopefully it'll be fun to watch, and we'll see some good football out there.
How about I keep hearing the most adorable voice in the background. Who do you got in there with you right now?
I have Alexis, who just got out of the bathtub, and she's feisty this evening.
Well, I'm sure no one minds hearing that just unbelievably adorable voice back there. Give her a little baby fist pump for me. I can't wait to see your kids sometime in person. I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of seeing them in person yet.
We'll see if we can get them out to a game this summer. At least one of them.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Matthew, as always, brother, it is a pleasure having you here, and I cannot wait for us to be calling games again.
It's not that far away. Just 24 days now.
Yes, sir. Well, you have a good night, and we will talk to you soon.
Sounds great, Matt.
All right, Matt. Thanks. That's Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. You can hear my poor partner. I wish I could keep him, up a little bit. He is absolutely heartbroken. And that's what I love about my partner is, he takes it extremely seriously. When, like I said, Mineral Ridge lost in the round 3 OHSAA playoffs for Division 6 football, we took it just as hard as anybody else. We bleed orange and black, and he bleeds green and purple. They'll be back. That's for sure. Everybody, it was a great night. Thank you to Steve Arnold, Mark Means, Matt Lipsack, and I will be back, everybody. See you next week. Oh, and I'm sorry, John Galbraith. I can't forget the owner of the Mahoning.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm gonna do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency. Who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
Dr. Ashdown and Dr. Carnivus have been making Happy Feed in the Mahoning Valley for 35 years. Our offices are located in Cortland, Champion, Austintown, Columbiana, and Howland. Our Howland office has relocated to 8601 East Market Street to the top of the hill. Advanced Podiatry offers sports medicine and treatment plans for all ages. You can also request an appointment online by visiting our website at advancedpodiatry.com. Advanced Podiatry, where surgery is always a last resort.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all got to see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Hi, it's Mark Means, host of By All Means, Tuesdays at 5, right here on Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Puts it through, makes it 27-7, 3:06 remaining in the game. And the change of possession coming up. It'll be the national team taking the ball at the 25-yard line. We'll take a break, come back, and continue our coverage of the 2017 NFLPA Collegiate Bowl here on Sports Radio America.
As a social worker, you can become an advocate for those who can't. Earn your master's in social work degree online to learn strategies to connect diverse populations with the critical resources they need to improve their well-being, whether it's in a hospital, community service agency, or another setting. What do you think making a difference as a social worker looks like? GCU offers over 250 high-quality online programs like this one. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
You are listening to Sports Radio America. Sports. Anytime, anywhere.
NFLPA Collegiate Bowl coverage on Sports Radio America.